to say thank you for, first of all, for joining me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you really like the video, subscribe to my channel, because we're going to be taking this journey from soil to LECA, and I'm really excited about what's going to happen. So in today's video, I'm going to actually do the process of transferring two plants that I have. I believe it's Peperomia obtusifolia is one of them that I'm going to be transferring from soil to LECA, and then we're going to follow this plant's journey to see how well they do. Thank you so much again for joining me, and let's get started. So, as I unbox these two new plant friends, I have to decide if I'm going to put them in LECA or soil. I think I'll place one in LECA and one in soil, and then I'll be able to follow the progress and see what works best for me. Sounds like a good idea. Thanks. So I decided to, the new plant babies that I got, I planted one up in soil, and I am about to plant the next one up in LECA. I have my LECA all cleaned up here, and I have taken all of the soil off of these roots. They're nice and clean now, and we're gonna prepare to plant them up in LECA. Okay, so come along with me. First, I'm gonna put about a third of the LECA into my container here. I like to work with clear containers because I like to watch. I like to be able to see what's happening with my roots. So I got my LECA all cleaned up and ready to pot up, and so I have it here now. And I am going to, I apologize for the angle, but I am going to take my plant and I'm going to place it in the container, and then I'm going to backfill it with LECA. Okay. You might not be able to see me, but you can see what I'm doing now. So I'm just adding, and that's the beauty of working with LECA as opposed to soil, is that you don't have as much of a mess. The LECA goes everywhere, but it's very easy to just grab it and place it where you want it. As I'm putting the LECA around the roots, I'm making sure that, shake it a little and make sure that it's all settled in the container there. And so we got that side all pretty much filled up, and we shake it a little more, and we'll place more LECA. So since I've started this LECA journey, I have placed about 10 plants in LECA, and they're doing quite well. I will have a plant tour, and then I will show you guys my plants from my collection that are in soil and those that are in LECA. So now I have this all potted up here. I've already mixed my nutrient water, so I really want that positioned a little bit differently there. There we go, much better. And so I will fill this a third of the way up with water, and I'll use Super Thrive only for the first month, and then I will add other nutrients that I will be working with after a month. But I'll check on these this plant to see how it's doing, and if I need to repot it or if I need to flush it, all the different things that comes with working with LECA. And so here we go. We have two plants. One is in LECA and the other is in soil. Now, these two Peperomia obtusifolia came on the same day, but I am actually just decided to go with the idea of one in soil and one in LECA, so we'll be able to follow the journey and see how that goes. So the second plant that I'm going to be transferring over today is this dumb cane. I'm going to be taking it from soil to LECA. I've already removed it from the pot, and now I'm going to clean all of the soil off of it, and just come along with me. Nice healthy root system here. Haven't quite gotten all of the soil off of it. And once I do that, I'll take it to the sink and I'll rinse it off and get it nice and clean. Very nice healthy root system here. Take a toothbrush and just kind of brush some of the soil away. It's not a used toothbrush, it's a new toothbrush, but it's now the plant toothbrush because I found that the bristles are soft enough that it won't do damage to the roots system here. That works really well for me. And the thing about this journey that I'm on, transferring my plants from soil to LECA, is I've watched a lot of videos. I've watched Pretty and Plant. She's very knowledgeable. Minimalist Callie is very knowledgeable. There's several people out there that are far more advanced than I am on transferring plants from soil to LECA. They have a lot of information. I just hope that you know, that I can be as successful with the plants that I'm transferring over as they have been. I know that it is a journey. I understand that. That's why I keep saying that, because I do know that it is a journey, and it's not, you know, everybody's journey is different, just as in life. And so I am, but knowledge is power, and I truly believe that. And so if somebody's, why reinvent the wheel? If somebody's already perfected something, why not learn from them? You know, and they may say that they're not an expert and they're not perfect, but they have enough information to get me started on down this road. So I would their link in the description box, so that if you're interested, you can check their pages out. Nice healthy roots. I love that. I love seeing that. I love that so much. Okay, so I've got as much as I can get off of here at the desk. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the sink and finish cleaning these guys up, and we'll get them all potted up. Okay, so again, we have the roots all cleaned up. I've let them dry for about 30 minutes, and now we're going to plant them up in LECA. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can get a better view there. Got my LECA all washed and clean, and I hope my container is big enough. Well, have to shake it up a little to settle the plant and make sure it's in there. You can see the roots there. I'm gonna top it off just a little bit more, just to make sure that we have all of the roots covered. Okay, that looks good. I really like that. That's beautiful. Look at that. All nice and planted up. I see we're starting with a yellow leaf. I might take that off, but beautiful plant, all ready to go. Now, what I haven't talked about with you guys is the nutrient system that I use. And so I'm gonna show you really quickly. I've already mixed it up, but when I start out, when I first plant transfer from soil to LECA, I only use Super Thrive. And I only use 3 drops. I have this syringe. I just drop enough to get me 3 drops. I know it's 1 drop per cup. And so this is my mixing container because I don't want to overmix because I'm slowly transferring my plants over to LECA. So I put 3 cups of water in here, a drop per cup. So I put 3 drops of Super Thrive in my water. So this is the only nutrient that I'll use for the first month. And so I'll label this plant so that I'll know exactly when a month, give or take a couple days, is up. And then I'll add the, what I use is the Hydroponics, here we go, General Hydroponics, Floral Nova Grow. I use this after a month of having my plants in LECA. And I do test the pH. Now, I am new to all of this, but I do test the pH. I have the pH up, the pH down. I also have a syringe for that. I have a little test tube here to test. Once I've put my water in and everything, then I mix it. I take out a couple drops and I mix it in here and I test to make sure that the plants have the right pH. And from my understanding, not being an expert again, from my understanding, house plants like somewhere between 5.5 and 6.5. And I love this system because you can't go wrong. It shows you exactly where that range would be. And so I have tested my water, so I'm all set with my Super Thrive. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up to about 1/3. So we'll fill it up and get it, here we go. And just kind of go all the way around the plants. And I'll fill it up to about 1/3. I love this bottle because I'm able to squeeze and get it nice and round all the way around my plant. There we go. Okay, so I have the water up to about here. And so the next time I water this plant will be just regular water. It will not be with the nutrient water. It would just be regular filtered water that I have, that I keep set aside for specifically for my plants. So that's the last plant that we're going to plant up for today, but there is many more to come. I'm really excited about this journey. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me. Again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want, you can subscribe and find out how my journey is going. I would love to have you. Thanks again. Take care. See you soon. Bye.